It went straight through.
I just got your alert.
And we are live. Wednesday night with those guys, and Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by those guys.
We got to get that timing down, man. That was sloppy.
Yeah, I know.
That
But
was
you know, it opened a different window,
have an
like I was
excuse
telling you.
the holiday.
So it
I
did it
just
again.
told everyone in the old
When I was
window to
telling you with the
refresh.
window.
I just told everyone to refresh in F5. We are
don't
live.
understand why I keep
Okay, they're
doing
coming in. There's Michael Blade. Michael Blade's coming in. I just told everyone in the other window to refresh. I'm seeing the number jump. The analytics. I know I'm looking at a little bit of a delay, because it only shows 4, which is, hey, Joe Mack, Michael Blades, how are you? Dave Ennis,
Good evening, everyone.
JSK.
Sorry about
We
that
apologize that there's a chat for the show to start. Herman is experiencing some technical difficulty, which is not allowing him to take over that chat room. So when he starts the live stream, it's actually kicking him out of the live stream he created and making him start another one. So we will address that issue shortly after the holiday.
Yeah, for some reason, it's doing whatever it wants to. So I don't.
What's up, everyone? And an early happy Thanksgiving to you if you live here in the States, and a belated happy Thanksgiving to you if you live up in Canada, because I know you guys had yours a month before us.
Is it?
Yes. Okay. It's a month before us. And I didn't know that. Someone actually pointed that fact out to me. So I'm just trying to act like I know
it.
Okay. What's good, man? How are you? What's going on?
I mean, I'm doing my thing. I'm here. You know, I've been doing the whole Thanksgiving thing here. I got a lot of work ahead of me.
Dude, I got a lot of work too, because I'm trying to make a little bit of Christmas money. You know, I only usually work 2 days a week. And my boss, his employee, said he's up and going to Maryland. So my boss told the other employee, yo, you can't come back to work for 14 days. You're going to Maryland where people are sick. Right, and you're going to come back. You're not going to get me sick. So after I know you're not sick for 14 days, you can come back to work.
Okay.
So for these next 14 days, I'm trying to catch every little bit I can. You know, I don't work on Tuesdays. And I was out yesterday. Today, I'm going out Friday. And hopefully next week, it'll be the same thing. But I have to start. I have to start the turkey breast that we have. I brought a turkey breast. I have the pan and everything. I actually want to put a dry rub on it tonight. So by tomorrow, when I pop it in the oven, it'll be ready to go. Daryl Hickman, how are you? Happy T-Day Eve. Daryl Hickman, AZ Drone Dude, what's good? You guys may not know it.
Everyone. Yeah.
You guys may not know it, but at some time and point later on, I stress later on, we will be doing a drop in a shot for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Okay, so just to let you guys know.
Having a little
see now I'm gonna have to go and make one. So
guess who's coming in? Mr. Paul Murray.
Okay, it's the Paul Murray Show.
Yeah, he's on
Recovery One. How are you, dude?
Hey, what's up?
Keep
welcome,
doing
everyone. Welcome. Wednesday night with those guys. Welcome, everyone. Welcome.
So, guys, what does Thanksgiving has to do with Christmas or what? Well, it depends on how you were raised, I will say, and I'll leave it at that, because we were raised. Hey, B-Max Aerial Visuals. We were raised religious, semi-religious, if you want to call it that. It was never anything major. What's up, Paul? Happy Turkey Day.
I've been really busy the last few days killing myself with Christmas decorations.
Well, I hope you're going to show everyone when you get a chance. When you at some time and point when you're done.
Or during the Christmas week.
Well, I appreciate you taking the night off because by doing that, you actually gave us the night off, you know. And I knew with Roger going live, he could get some people up in there. So we were like, wow, Monday, we don't have to go on.
Yeah.
Well, Roger always has a crew.
Just one or two or 10, Hick. No, we not doing that tonight.
Well,
But we are doing a drop in a shot. We are going to do a drop in a shot. And since Herman has
Yeah.
already started and Paul's here, you guys can talk. Well, I go make it. Dude, damn, we don't have no ice.
well, I was talking with you a minute ago, and we were talking. But like I said, you mentioned your woes and stuff like that. I was saying that every year, for Thanksgiving, I prepare the turkey, and I do a little baking, and I had a funny story to tell you about this apple pie, though, Lawrence. Our illustrious, which was once our mayor, who happens to be El Shyster Mayor, Mr. Giuliani.
Oh, Giuliani.
Yeah, his the first wife. She used to do this. She used to work for this cable network that had a cooking show, and they did this apple pie recipe years ago. And I kind of took it apart and improvised it and made it my own.
Okay.
So it works pretty good. I mean, a lot of people like it, and every year, whether I can
Hey,
stand,
time to fly.
they want it. They even want they. The only time I got a break was that Thanksgiving, and when I had one hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the only time I got a break.
Hey, Recovery One says Paul has been hanging out with our brothers north of the border so much he may forfeited his citizenship. Oh, yeah, he'd be on Roger's live stream.
Yeah.
Ritualistically, you can count on him to be there.
Well, he's close enough for us to throw him out.
That's true. That's true. You know what? He's close enough that if we could get into his house without waking Mia or just give her something to eat, we could actually carry his bed in a truck and put him across the border. And when he wakes up, he'd be in Canada.
Yeah.
It's the only one problem about that.
Thanksgiving out though, it's separate.
Paul's not sleeping.
It's the playoff before the Super Bowl Christmas. That's true, Daryl Hickman. Welsh Rob, what's good? Give me a second, guys.
Well, with Paul not sleeping, he'll liable to see you walking out with the bed.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Because I don't sleep in a bed, so you'd be carrying pillows.
So what's going on, Paul?
Well, my favorite saying I tell everybody, like if I talk to them, especially young people, I say, do yourself a favor. And they say, what's that? And I said, little advice from me, don't get old.
Well,
because it's not fun.
Well, that's not possible, but I think things get easier if you have help. And if you're doing a lot of things on your own, is when it becomes difficult.
Yeah.
Well,
that's the thing. I had to lug all the either down out of the garage, all the Christmas decorations, or up from the basement. And
so you need to get one of those young kids in the neighborhood that'll go up there and pull it down.
That's the old days. There's no young kids in neighborhoods that are willing to do anything.
You know what? Well, Paul, you're not lying.
I mean, when I was younger, it was competition to see if you couldn't go, mow some lady's lawn or do something or rake somebody's leaves. Hell no.
Oh yeah, they'll watch the old lady do it.
Listen, Paul, if you stood on a corner with a sign,
Big Twinkie,
that there's Paul standing on the lawn.
Big minion there. Yep.
There's Paul standing on the lawn.
Now, Paul, how do the animals deal with that thing out there?
They just ignore them. As
They
long as I keep feeding them, they're happy.
They box with it.
They're just happy.
Like if it moved because the wind blew it a little bit.
Hey, fly guy, Fly
Okay.
Guy Merrill 399.9. I've never seen you before, but welcome to Wednesday Nights with those guys.
Welcome.
Time to fly. All you guys that are here, recovery. Welsh Rob was actually here early. We're going to have to start
What?
making some kind of real money so we could afford to pay someone to sit there a half hour before the live stream starts and chat with the people, because I'm always rushing. Drone Fox Ireland, how are you, and welcome back to Wednesday Nights with those guys. Anyway, Herm,
yes.
This is the first one. This isn't a shot and a drop.
Are you having a shot? Uh-oh. Look at him.
I'm just having a shot.
Getting started, Paul.
Yeah.
It's getting the party started.
No, we're not.
I'm waiting for him to start dancing.
A warm-up act. No, right, B-Mac. It's called pre-gaming.
Oh, that's what it is?
It's called pre-gaming.
They used to do that.
Paul.
They used to do that before going to the club.
Okay. Yeah. I used to do it before I go to some people's house that were serving alcohol.
Uh-oh.
Cheers. Cheers, time to fly. And whoever else wants to join us later on at some time and point, because this is Thanksgiving Eve. We are. Oh, so Paul has the house on the block that everyone stops and looks at.
Yep.
Okay.
And then in January, don't you start cursing when you have to take all that shit down?
Well,
do you keep yours up till the new year, Paul?
So, Paul, do you do that for the Halloween decorations too?
No.
Okay.
I draw the line at Christmas.
Okay.
Well, it's Michael Blade. I hope everyone has a great and safe holiday as well. We're not doing a drop in the shot yet, JSK, but you can join us, dude. In fact, doesn't JSK live in Jersey?
Does he?
I thought he's in Jersey. Can you confirm that? Washington County News Station, Utah. How are you? And welcome to Wednesday Nights with those guys. For those of you who don't know, Herman, can I tell? What? What's happening tomorrow night? Or wait till later?
Well, I mean,
or wait till later.
I don't think it's a secret. I'm still waiting. You know what? I won't say anything until after I officially get, we do the
mic. Then the show will be over.
Do the mic check.
The stream will be over. But anyway,
everyone will know. Well,
anyway, for those of you who don't know, there's a very good possibility that you should watch Ken Herron tomorrow night, because someone I know might be on there. And I stress the word might, but there's a very good chance. There's more like a 60-40% chance that it'll happen, but it'll have to be confirmed with my own eyes, because I don't believe it either. What's up, Tom? But
somebody just go visit Tennessee. I didn't know about.
Someone we know might be on Ken Herron tomorrow night. I don't want to say any names or anything, but if I had the Jefferson song loaded, I'd play it in the background.
I don't know.
Well, Ken Herron is moving up. Okay, look.
Yeah, he goes live on Instagram sometimes 2-3 times a day.
Listen. Herman, I still idolize Herman. With the guest appearance across the pond. Come on.
Oh well, I mean, I talk to everyone. I mean, I try to make friends with everyone. I don't step on anyone's toes, and ain't that right, Paul?
Yeah.
Oh, that came out quick. No, I mean,
I thought he was going to say, yeah, and you don't even roll over people's toes with that scooter.
Actually, I'm off the scooter, and I'm walking with the cane, and like a dummy, I took my first day out all day yesterday and decided I'm going to the supermarket.
Overdoing it, dude.
Yeah.
JSK, how are you, bro?
Yeah, because it's like, now, how do you get
it's too easy to do that, bro?
Stuff into the house.
That's
Anyway,
you got to think about both ends of that equation, okay? It's just like, it's funny. We going out biking and we're on the trail and Roz is saying
Following
to me,
Ken Heron since the beginning. Well, for those of you in the chat that don't know who I'm talking about, you'll figure it out by the end of the live stream. But somebody we know may show up on Ken Heron tomorrow night. And wait a minute. Oh, and we're having a giveaway tomorrow night on Night Train Show from 7 o'clock from 7 to 8, and then we're jumping offline. We're only going to have the giveaway, and basically that's it. As soon as he spins the wheel, I'm out.
Hey, Herman, you see what JSK said there?
Phantom Flight 101 take down any old embarrassing videos if you go on his show.
I think that would be too late at this point.
You know what?
But he's got nothing to be embarrassed about.
You know what? If I was going to do that, just about everything on YouTube, you could laugh at anyone about anything at any given time.
True.
What they want to do. You know? Even the live streams here. If you wanted to laugh at it, you could laugh at it. I mean,
Herman's going to perform a Christmas surprise, take the first steps like the Winter Warlock. Oh, you put one step after the other. One foot after the other.
And soon you'll be walking across the floor. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, we saw it.
Yeah, that's with Herman's bad foot. That would be funny.
No, I mean,
him wobbling across the floor.
You're getting better at it, though, aren't you, Herman?
Hey, click that like button.
Yeah, I'm getting better at it. I mean, I'm doing my thing. You know, I had to, like I said, I've been doing it at therapy, and I've been walking around the house. You know, I finally got my foot to fit in at least one pair of shoes that I have.
Good.
Because they want me to wear shoes because they said the shoe is better for your foot than the boot.
Gives it support, right?
Yeah. So that's where I'm at right now. But my foolish self went to, like I said, the supermarket, and I was only good enough to get back here and ice. After that, done for the night. Then I had to sit here and find something to talk about tonight. But other than that,
well, dropping a shot's a big thing.
What's good, Chris Hope? Well, no, he had planned to drop a shot last week.
Chris Hope, what's good, man?
Yes. Haven't seen any new videos recently, Bellsprout. Well, it's funny you say that because I kind of previewed what I was working on last night. I've been saying that I want to do an FPV camera drone video. So this is my first attempt. I have to finish coloring it. I was up until I got up. Here's my schedule. Yesterday morning, I got up at 4 a.m. Left for work at 7. It was dark when I left. It had to be before 7 because it was dark. Got home, it was dark. Stayed up until about 11 o'clock editing a video and supposedly doing something in the kitchen, but I never got around to. But I finally was able to do my first camera drone / FPV video. And it's more camera drone because I haven't flown my Phantom 4 Pro in a while. So, but I did slip in a little FPV footage. So give me a chance the next day or two to color it, finish coloring it, color editing it, because I have 2 different footages, one from the GoPro from the FPV bird and one from my Phantom 4 Pro. And I want everything to match my Phantom 4 Pro footage.
Okay.
You know, so once I tweak and color the give me about a weekend. Night Train. What's good, man? How are you?
Hey,
Don't
Night
forget,
Train.
tomorrow at 7 p.m. Click that dude's channel, Night Train. Fly FPV. We're giving away some motors and a frame, a 6-inch frame for those motors.
That would
one
be
person.
Good pickup. You know, somebody can win the motor, somebody can win the frame, or someone can win it all.
Nah.
Frame.
We're just giving a frame and motors to
people?
To one person.
Or one person? Oh, that's how it's going?
Yep. That's how it's going down, right?
Okay.
Right, Mike?
The frame and the motors, you got a good head start, right?
7 p.m. because after he spins that wheel and we say who won, I'm out.
Oh, that's how
I'm gonna say I'm letting you guys know.
You
so don't get
dropping the
pissed
mic
off and you say, oh, the winner is so and so, so and so. And I'll be like, okay, I'll write it down because I'm gonna have to mail the motors I don't know if Night Train's going to mail me the frame and we're going to do it all in one, or he's going to mail and I'm going to mail, but we'll discuss that. Don't worry about it. You have to be an FPV. Yep, you'll send me the frame. You'll send them.
Hold
the
on,
frame
Paul's
and I'll
got to
send
use the
them over.
restroom. Hold on.
No, I got a question.
Yeah.
This isn't going to be like that giveaway where you had to send it to Australia to Tello when the shipping was more than
Oh
the
no,
value of the
that's
Tello.
why if you fly, hey, show what's good. That's why if you fly, only if you live in the United States and Canada.
Okay.
We're shipping only to the United States and Canada. But
Okay.
this video, if you fly FPV and you leave the hashtag tower dive or the words tower dive,
Mhm.
you have to be an FPV pilot. Don't be like Herman. Don't follow the bad guys. He's not even an FPV pilot, and he left a comment tower dive. You won't.
Well-
You will not qualify.
Well, do I not qualify because I'm not an FPV pilot?
Yes. Yes.
Well,
Yes.
that's the only reason why I don't qualify?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's not a contest.
Well, hey,
Wouldn't there be a conflict of interest there, though? Aren't you a subsidiary
Thank
or?
you. Right. Those guys.
But
is
he
easy
didn't
to
say
motive.
that. If he had said that, I could
Says,
understand.
you know what? This is a failure to publish the rules according to New York State Consumer Affairs guidelines.
Well,
Okay, we're
anyway,
gonna have to
tomorrow
cite you for
night,
that,
You
Lawrence.
get 4 of these. 2806.5s, 1750 kV.
I'm contesting.
He's contesting. You hear this?
Yeah, tie
You
that
work
stuff
for
up
the
in the
firm.
courts,
You
man.
know, just like on the radio, employees of those guys do not
Yeah,
qualify.
I get it, but had you said that was the
Wait,
reason?
wait. Did you
But I
catch
have
that
2
now?
reasons.
So is he handling your social security withholding and taxes also? I mean, he said employees of, and I'm just hoping, am I getting a 1099? What's the deal here?
Hold on, Tom.
Okay.
Just like a certain other individual,
I gotta
I'm
stay
waiting
a
to see his
consultant,
taxes too.
I'm an FPV. You look at it doing flips, spins.
Paul,
Look.
Paul.
Huh? What?
You have to wear goggles, and you wear goggles and do that. No, FPV goggles. You go get some snow goggles, right?
Yeah.
Paul, you don't broke the thing trying to catch it.
No, it still
Look.
flies.
I won't
don't
enter.
want
I won't enter because
The
I don't want the
1099.
individual
I
pieces.
pay enough already.
Okay,
What
when it comes to individual pieces, it should be me sending that back to have them put together. So, that's why I won't be entering unless it was completely assembled and came with certain guarantees. Then
Well, just
So
in
if
case
you didn't get
you
the
haven't
logo,
seen, in case you haven't seen, Tom, there's more and more talk of DJI and an FPV bird coming out. And I was talking about this. I said, don't quote me, but there is a good chance that what they come out with next might be the FPV. Some people think it's another pair of goggles. Some people think it's a new radio. Paul, that's not FPV.
Oh.
But
hey, that's
better
the
claim the
right on the
501c3
wrist,
status quick. Yeah, that's right. Non-for-profit. Thanks, Recovery. Good, quick thinking. No, I'm non-for-profit.
Mm-mm.
I'm not profiting.
hey, Lawrence, I just forwarded something to you in Messenger. Could you put it up for me? Just a photo.
Hold on a second. Give me a few seconds.
And if you can, I'll have to give credit where credit is due on this one, definitely. So, if you could throw it up on the screen.
Oh, yes. Good pick.
Okay, so
good pick.
So do me a favor.
Second.
Yeah. This is
What's the photo?
Right here. Right
should
here.
be coming up. So credit to Ken Dono. Funny as shit, Ken. Okay. Funny as shit.
Looks
because
different.
this is it right here. Tell me this isn't it, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll get a good look at this. Okay. This is us, man. Don't claim otherwise. Don't claim otherwise. So
drone community.
Original Dobo. Original Dobo, much love, man.
Yes.
Ken's
And
got
FYI, I was telling Herman also.
We were looking at that picture too the other day, and I actually saw this picture, but he put it out on Twitter.
Yeah, Herman and I were actually looking at this picture trying to analyze, and I was
Hostile
saying the
LP.
way the
Yeah.
grid.
Look. I'm upset already. Okay.
Why?
I know Thanksgiving's tomorrow, but
Yeah.
this is not putting me in the Thanksgiving mood because I don't see an interchangeable camera on
No.
this Mavic 3. Okay. So my heart's already sinking.
But wait.
Okay. So
who
it looks
said
like
it was
a bigger.
Who
It
said
looks like a
was
bigger
Mavic
camera,
3?
but it's on the same body.
Right.
Okay. So I don't think I'm going to spend several $1,000s unless there's some major shit it does at this point. Okay.
Night Train says so the drone will have implants.
Well, both them on, baby.
Since you
Both them on.
say that, I'm gonna have to put the picture back up
You know
because
what? Guys, check this out. They had some, I was looking on DJI's website, right? And I noticed that they had on the Mavic 2, they had like, was it $80 off on it now?
Yeah.
And on the on the Phantom, it was $80 off on the Phantom and $60 off on the Mavic Pro, on the Mavic 2. So
Yeah.
and $100 off on the RoboMaster right now. So they got some something in the works. I mean, but
Yeah, well,
for the
come on.
holidays.
No, let's not discount the fact that it is Black Friday, Cyber Monday.
Right.
Okay, not that it seems any different to us. Okay, in the world today, but it is. Let's remember that. But also, yeah, I'm of the firm belief Black Friday goes a long way to clearing those shelves off to make room. Okay.
Well,
hey Tom, real
yeah,
quick.
I want an FPV to be next.
Well, I agree with you, but I want to point out something here.
Yeah.
Oh no, that wasn't it. That's Paul sharing his FPV camera drone.
That's his idea of an FPV.
I wanted to point out.
Yeah, the only problem with that is lift. The lift and gravity equation there.
I know, right?
Just seems
it's
to
got
be problematic.
Some huge friggin'
I wanted to point out something.
Yeah, but the battery only lasts 30 seconds, Paul.
Yeah, you got to get your.
That's the problem.
It's called
that's the downside.
Tom, it's called the quick shot.
It's just enough to flash that to move that shutter, and then it dies. But Tom, I wanted to point out something with this picture that I was pointing out to Herman. And this is strictly speculation, okay? Strictly speculation from me.
I can't.
But I was looking at this
concentrate
round.
Or focus.
I was looking at this round grid system right here, and if you're familiar with some electronics, it looks like some type of heat sink.
Yeah, it's a heat sink. It's a heat sink. There's no doubt about it. It's a heat sink. But
okay, so I know I wasn't the only one imagining.
No, but it's hanging off of a Mavic.
But hold on, DJI. I need to get a larger picture of this, but DJI is the master of showing you something without showing you something. And you remember how we were all looking at the Mavic 2 series? And no one saw the Osmo Pocket in the background.
Mm-hmm.
They made sure there's nothing in the background.
They etched it. Actually, it's etched in invisible ink in the background there. But you'll have to hold over a 5900 Kelvin filter over it, and then tilt it slightly with the circular polarizer to see what the message actually says. It's like playing. It's like playing a Beatles album backwards for the hidden message whether Paul's alive or not. Okay.
So. Yeah, but with 8 motors, way bigger. Hell, they're putting it to a full camera on top of a 3-inch whoops.
It'll be nothing but a motor.
Drone Fox Ireland says, I don't believe DJI will do anything other than yet another small upgrade to what is already in their range.
Yeah, and
you know what? Only thing DJI hasn't done is cover the range between the prosumer and the consumer. And what I mean by prosumer,
the Mavic 2 series is prosumer. Okay, you can't snub that.
Okay, so maybe I have it. Maybe I have it wrong. Prosumer. What's the next level from prosumer up? What's the next?
There's got to be a mid-level between the prosumer and the pro line. Yes. But there's, you can fill that gap a lot of different ways. You can have a multifunction platform that you can use, for both cinematography and survey. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's what they should be looking for. And I think if you go that direction, If you go
when you
that
guys get
direction,
a
then
chance.
the right thing is to go with a removable payload, because
Yeah,
then you buy your payload package based on how you want to fly the aircraft, right?
right.
And believe me, that's where the big numbers can come into.
You,
Okay, so you can buy a
you-
Mavic platform. We'll say the aircraft will cost you two grand for the bare. You know, it's just like buying a camera, a body only.
No,
Yeah,
I
of course.
understand, Tom. The only thing with that is that when DJI has done this in the past, but it's never done it on that prosumer level. It's only been on like the you had to go Inspire to do that, and they've always kept it that way. And now they're even moving. They even moved
Well,
Phantom
you'd have to
series
say that the Phantom
over to the
4, the Phantom 4 Pro
right.
to the Mavic 2 became their prosumer line, right? Okay, I think you would agree with me there. Yeah, you know, a P3, P4 Advanced.
Right.
No, those were
No.
still consumer. But when they came out with the
Give up,
P4
Paul.
Pro,
Right.
that's when it became,
And that was
you know,
the biggest game changer in the drone world at the time. It was nothing like
yeah.
that.
And then the you have the Mavic, the first Mavic that came out. I would say that was more consumer. That was getting right to the edge there. And then when the Mavic 2 came out, the Pro is definitely a prosumer.
Yeah.
The Zoom, you can.
You're absolutely right. The only thing is, like I said, with something like interchangeable glass, DJI has never done that on the prosumer
Payload.
or payload either.
That's why I'm saying
And
the right way to think about it is, and I think that's where the evolution comes here, outside of the consumer realm. I really think at the prosumer level, because look at the success at in the photo industry in that direction, right? Okay, you start people start off with a D3500 series Nikon body that they got for $449 in your favorite big box store, right? And then with 2 lenses, okay, to where maybe someday they're shooting with a D5 series camera because it sparked interest. So that's why I think there's got to be that somewhere in between. And I think if you allow people to buy a platform that maybe they can advance the use of that product by adding on to that platform, I think that's where your mainstay is. And I think that's what fills that gap between I don't even look, the Inspire series is dated.
Right.
Think about it. It's dated. So where's the replacement for that? See, I see the real, there's two different directions here, right? You have the photography realm, which can be easily satisfied by finding the next replacement for Inspire. And then you have we'll say the scientific side of the fence, from survey and sampling, air sampling, stuff like that, agriculture.
Excuse me a second. I just heard a really loud noise outside.
You need to go in that direction. Why not build a unified platform that can satisfy both those needs to some degree?
I totally understand where you're coming from. The only thing is, like I said, like in the comments that came in, DJI has just never really done that, and they've always tried to.
But they have. They've done it at the higher levels,
right?
Not at the higher levels,
right? Yeah. Not at the low level. And what I've noticed with DJI right now is that they've come out with drones for the guy who's crawling, the guy who's learning to walk, and the guy who's running. You understand? And,
I agree. Yeah.
And there's a spot in there for everyone along the lines of their drone series. I just find that I don't think that DJI is going to try to do that in the prosumer level. I think that they might do it, on a.
Well, think about it, Herman. Did they not actually do that
B-Max
with the introduction?
Yeah, I saw that.
With the introduction of the Mavic 2, did they not actually create their first unified platform in a way that you could actually buy the other camera and install it.
Well,
Okay, remember, you could change out the zoom for a Pro and a Pro to a zoom. You could do that. Okay.
True.
Now, give the rest of the realm the opportunity, because honestly,
420.
think about it. If people are paying a couple of grand for a drone now, okay, because honestly, you're not getting into a Mavic 2 Pro. It's going to, you know, besides sales and everything today, to be honest with you, if you're going to use it, you're going to pay about $2,000 by the time you get done accessorizing it.
Yeah,
buying some extra batteries and all that. So let's not kid ourselves there. So if you're paying that much as a photographer, you know, I don't mind paying that much. And then, you know, maybe I want a different field of view now. Okay. I want a wider field of view, or I want a narrower field of view. I want to buy a lens for that camera, that camera body I got up in the sky.
Drop in a shot.
So
nice try, GSK.
You know, so that's the way I see it going. And well, that's the way I hope it goes.
What happened, Lawrence?
JSK's trying to force alcohol, bro.
I just told him salute here. He's trying to force a shot and a drop. And I'm like, it's too early.
There you go. I never said what's in the cup. Okay.
I don't know.
I don't drink coffee.
I'm listening to you.
No, I was going to say I might be scared of Tom if he drank alcohol.
No, dude.
I'm not talking about in your heyday.
A beer aficionado. No. You know what it is? It's like I'm sitting at home. That's the last thing I want to do. It's just to sit here and drink. But no, I mean,
should I say the disclaimer, Tom, first?
No.
Okay,
no, it's quite safe. It's quite safe. No, I homebrewed beer for a long time. I love microbrewed beers. And when the right one catches my fancy, I'll have one or two. But
Joe says, who is Sony targeting? Because he had asked a question about, do you think the Air, whatever it is that Sony's coming, the Air Peak, will it slow down DJI's role? And I had commented.
Well, no. My drone has a Sony sensor in it. What are you talking about? Do you know that?
Sony's
the Mavic Air 2 is a Sony sensor,
right?
guys.
But Sony's entering the drone game, so he's asking.
Of course,
about
they are.
Their Air Peak.
Guys, Sony made sensors for all the major camera body manufacturers out there in the world.
Yeah,
okay?
Herman was talking about.
And did that stop them from building their own mirrorless camera? No. In fact, it drove the market. It drove competition. So there's not, to me, this is exciting that Sony's getting in the game, because that drives competition. Competition drives more innovation. And guess what? Winds up, we get more toys as a result at the end of that rainbow.
Well, here's the thing. I don't doubt that they can make a good camera and put a camera on a drone, because they did the sensors for just about everything that DJI puts out.
Yeah. My Nikon has a Sony sensor in it.
Yeah, so does everybody else's camera.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
The thing is, once you secure a good flying body, you know, that's the thing. You know, that's what we all like about DJI, is the fact that the platform actually functions well.
Yeah.
You know, and
that's what and you're right. That's what it comes down to. You know,
I agree, Drone Fox Island. The money is in the mass market, but you see what who was that? Who makes the Anafi? The Anafi is now being sold to the military.
I don't know who makes that.
Right?
Parrot. And now they only deal with the military. And guess what? The military has the masses.
But you see, and this goes back, because
they're also going to pay a lot more for that drone than someone on the street would have.
They're already paying a lot more for the drone.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but also that's a company that, honestly, I thought they made pretty good drones, but once they started to try to really get into the consumer market again, once DJI had taken over, they just kept falling short.
Yeah. What's up, Big Matt? Drone shot.
I think the way they fell short was they didn't realize how much money it was going to take them to really compete in that market, and so they half-assed it their way there, and that's where they ran afoul. I mean, if you're going to half-ass an attempt against DJI, you're going to come up
That's
you're
true.
going to come up more than halfway short.
DJI
So-
will come back and spank you.
Yeah, yeah,
They will come back and spank you. That this is very, very true.
Right, you're right. But,
yeah. Because you'll claim you're coming out with this, that, and the other thing, and DJI will sit back. They'll
Well,
give you a little time to come out with it, but when you come up short, they're going to turn around and release something and go, "Hey, did you even remember what the name of that other company was?"
Right.
You know, and that's the problem.
Look what happened to Autel Robotics here in the state.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well,
now,
Autel's
and I'm
big on
talking-
the again. Autel's big on the commercial side now.
Right, but
Okay.
if you remember the X-Star Premium Autel had, they already
Yeah.
had a 1-inch sensor. And I personally said, now this is me personally, I always said, if you could take that 1-inch sensor off of the Autel robotics and put it
What's
on
up,
a
Roger? How are you?
and put it on a Phantom, you'd have a badass camera drone. But what Autel did, they made the mistake and told the public, okay, we're going to come out with these smart features and all this stuff and these updates for you Autel premium owners. And a year went by and nothing came out.
Yeah, well, that's the
half
problem.
went by.
Because of what it cost.
Yeah.
It's underestimated.
What's
When
up,
you do your
Jackson?
project plan, if your budget's not right, I don't
Hey,
care
Roger.
how refined your project plan is. It ain't going so far.
Right.
Well, you know what's funny about that? Maybe if you had saved some of that money you spent on those booths at CES, then maybe you would have had some money to push these products, because I'm still waiting to see that. What was that one? The one that looked like a bird?
But
the
CES.
V-copter? Yeah, I'm waiting for
Yeah.
that V-copter.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the
And
drone
the
I'm waiting
flying beach ball.
Oh.
Remember that? So that was a good one.
for.
Too.
V-copter. I'm
Well,
waiting for-
But
if
you know,
I'm
look,
waiting for the
see,
V-copter, I'll never fly.
Give me a second. I'm
this
being
is
summoned, guys, to the kitchen.
keep in mind that what is CES? Okay, CES is a car show. How many concept cars do you see on the floor? Right? Wow, I want that. When are they coming out with that? In about 27 years. Okay, that's when they're coming out with that.
Well, they're not
concept
coming
car.
out. We'll
Okay,
see.
so but I'm saying CES is the biggest vaporware show on the planet. I've been to it. Okay,
Uh-huh.
it's one of the biggest vaporware shows going.
Mhm.
They half of the presenters there aren't in business. Okay, if they don't get a big, remember why they're there.
No,
Okay,
I get it.
they're
I'm
there
just
because
saying-
they're still hoping there's venture capitalists ready to plop down an almighty dollar. And when they don't, some of these exhibitors are out of business when the show is over
Tom,
because they didn't get a bite.
Tom,
So
I worked the
you know.
convention center at the Javits Center for those type of events.
yeah, for Photo Expo and all the
I'm going to
biggies.
tell you the one thing that each and every vendor has no problem letting you know.
Yeah.
How much you're costing them.
Yeah, oh yeah, I know. Oh, I know. I had a friend that was trying to set up a booth at Javits. Okay.
Mhm.
And he brought some of his own outlet strips and all, and I told him that wasn't a healthy proposition. What are you doing? We were set up like 2 rows away,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden they're shouting and yelling, and I'm like, this is like on the Wednesday morning. You know how the shows go there, right?
Mhm.
So this is the Wednesday morning where they're still laying carpet, right? And I hear shouting and yelling. Go over and he's yelling at this guy like,
All right.
what do you mean it's going to cost me that? What do you mean now there's an added premium because I try to plug something in?
Right, because
Okay.
you told them
And the
you
other
didn't
guy just kept on saying to him, don't you know what prevailing wage is? Don't you know what prevailing wage? And it's in the contract, baby.
Yeah, when
Okay.
you get there, the carpenters, the Teamsters offload you. The carpenters put together your booth, the electricians wire it up, and you stand aside and let them do it. Here's your
Yeah,
bill.
that's right. And that's right. And the
And when
laborers,
it's time
the
to take
carpenters
it
come in
down,
with the laborers and lay down the carpet too.
and when it's time
Yeah.
to take it down, they all come back and they take it down and hand you your stuff and
That's
give you your
right.
bill.
That's right.
Oh yeah, they got their hand in your pocket. So I can see these shows, how much money you spend to go to one of these exhibits if you don't.
Well, that's why you don't have some of the good shows in New York because of the cost.
Right.
Okay.
Right. The auto show gets smaller.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then-
Come on. How many of us went to that drone show in Atlantic City only to find out They canceled it and forgot to tell everybody.
Listen,
Then
listen,
Ticketron didn't want to give
listen.
me my money back.
Herman and I got tickets to go. Found out there was no show, and then canceled the tickets in the hotel. Will you tell them, Herman, what we went through? And we still wind up going because you know what?
This is the crazy thing is I had heard the show was canceled. So they still advertised it. So when I called them,
It was
they
still
said that the
taking
show
money.
was still on, and they were still selling tickets. So I rebooked the hotel.
Yep.
And me and Lawrence went down there, and we were like, what I say about 30 minutes out of Atlantic City. I think it was it Jay Santiago? Was it?
Yes, Jay
His
Santiago.
wife was on
Comes to the live stream.
They were on. I think it was on Facebook complaining they were down there.
Him and his wife were there.
And then
me and my wife went down there for it. Yeah.
And the show was canceled. Me and Lawrence was like, you know what? Let's just keep on going. We can fly Atlantic City.
Yeah, and that's what we did. We went to the hotel and we flew the hell out of Atlantic City.
We did this. Well, I can't say I had the exact same experience. We went down. The show was canceled. The wife was not upset because there's a Tanger's outlet mall right there.
We did that
right at the convention center.
Yep.
So it still cost me. But then I flew the hell out of Atlantic City. You're right. So
we had a good deal with that mall there, that strip mall was. I came home with $180 pair of sneakers for like $60, $70 or something weird like that. And I wear size 14, so Herman had wanted to go in and get something. I had no plans on buying sneakers, and I was like, wait a minute, this is an outlet. Let me see what they have in my size.
Yeah, it's the Tanger's outlets. They're huge, man. It's no strip mall. That's I don't know, a 70, 80 store complex. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, all high-end manufacturers.
But it's on the strip.
I mean, well, they're a version of the strip.
Yeah, it's like the whole little neighborhood of stores.
Yeah. But because we stayed in the hotel over there. Yeah.
Did you see this thing here now? I'm hearing now, Walmart's having some issues. And they're trying to push these packages here, these bundles with this Mavic Mini, the old Mini.
Yes.
See what happens.
The local chain stores, Wally World, Target, the stores like that are getting these bundle packs.
Yeah, they're putting bundle packs
sure.
together for the holiday.
Yeah, you go into a Costco or BJ's,
right,
no
can we
doubt
do a
you will
drop
see
in the
it.
shot soon?
Okay.
I'm running out here. I'm just playing. It's just early, and I know after this, I won't have any.
Well, I got my notice that I need to use my DJI credit soon. I have a whole $1.63 burning a hole in my pocket with DJI. Wow. I gotta spend that soon.
They sell shoelace.
Yeah, but the shipping on it alone would cost
probably
you more.
sold 2 Phantoms, and that's what they give you for selling 2 Phantoms.
Well, anyway,
with the amount of money I spent with DJI, $1.63 is not making my heart warm.
Well, first of all, they don't have anything in their inventory that they can freaking sell you for $1.50 because it's 13 cents is tax.
Oh, Big Matt, if we start rubbing our dollars together, I don't know if they let us combine our.
He got. What happened?
He must have sold a fly more.
Big Matt said he's got a $2 credit. He's got me beat.
Credit.
Big Matt.
Anyway, Lawrence, you guys ready?
Yeah, we're ready. We're gonna do a drop and a shot and a drop, guys.
Okay.
Night Train. I know you're not on here, but I know you got something with you.
You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by those guys.
Dropping a shot. Happy Thanksgiving.
Anybody notice Paula?
Yes.
Sorry.
Hey, Night Train.
Okay.
You want to come on? If you want to come on real quick, let me know so people can plug your channel for tomorrow night. I'll copy the invitation and send it to you on
Paul's coming back.
Football. Yeah, he said he'll be
Where is he? Where'd he go?
I don't know.
They said one
Three.
I
minute.
looked at the. I'm sorry, I
is.
had the single screen on. I had the single screen on, and I flipped over and I looked. Where'd he go? There he is.
Yeah,
He's
guys, I
back.
seen this article. I saw it with Amazon seems to be laying people off, and they're seeing that this Amazon Prime Air is going to be delayed because of this now.
Yes.
So I don't
Yes.
know.
They're laying people off because of.
Well, I from one of the things I saw here was some issues. I think it was about parts and stuff like that. I guess with in manufacturing and research.
And development. Yeah. Manufacturing.
But I think that's where their biggest problem would be in the manufacturing, why that would trickle back that way. But
So
yeah.
what happened was they put out an RFI. So an RFI is a request for information. It's a system in which you put out a notice to people in the industry to let them know you're looking for particular services or equipment. And based on that, they get solicitations. They're soliciting the market to find out who can build what for what price.
Right.
So this isn't uncommon. They had an R&D group, which was a small focus group within their bigger Prime Air work group that probably reached project end.
Right.
And as a result of that, and probably project end was getting this RFI out, identifying manufacturing components they needed for some other project teams, but they compartmentalize these projects. So they took this, they put it together, and they built the specification for the RFI. They put it out there. They got the solicitations. Now they've identified competent vendors to do the work, and now there's probably no more need for this group of people. But Amazon, like Amazon always does, says, "Hey, we'll do our best to find."
Hey, Night Train, I sent an invite.
Jobs that they can perform
if you want
to apply for.
The thing what I thought was kind of interesting, because they had said at one. Well, I know for a fact that they had got approval from the FAA to go forth with this, and if I'm not mistaken, they were partnering. I don't know if it was Zipline or one of these other companies that had been doing this. So
actually, if you read,
you see what Drone Fox put? He is in Europe. Europe is after Amazon in the courts right now.
Yeah, well, that's not uncommon because, again, monopolies often face that situation, or perceived monopolies often do. Antitrust suits, right? You got Microsoft. Microsoft and Intel haven't been out of EU courts, I don't believe, since the EU's existed. But my whole point here is that Amazon's actually saying more progress is going to happen a lot sooner, Herman.
Yeah. How is that?
Because they were in an R&D mindset. So think about it. You're in a development phase. Okay. Now you got to go into a build and staging phase. Then you finalize with that testing phase, because now there's airworthiness certification for aircraft.
Right.
Okay. So you partner up with companies who've already been doing certified aircraft design, which is exactly what they did. They put out that RFI to solicit that end of the industry. So you're going to get some players into this game that have been building component level hardware for the aviation industry for a long time in the manned environment. So now you're in the phase where they're going to start putting the pieces together and build. And that phase is usually a lot quicker than the research and development phase, because the research and development phase is that abstract phase where you got to build everything around it. Now you're into where the specs are built, and now we're going to start to build from the component level up and produce an aircraft that, again, meets the FAA type certification requirements.
Right. Seems like,
because without that, you won't be able to fly wherever you need to fly.
Yeah,
so it's all going to come down to that.
Tomorrow night.
That's the process that they're all having to go through for the type
absolutely
type certification, the airworthiness.
Type certification is huge. I mean, type certification is as built, look at the manned aviation market. If I have a Cessna 172, it's a type certified aircraft. I can't do a damn thing to that without petitioning the FAA and going through all kinds of burning hoops,
Right.
okay, that they reignite as you're halfway through. And you got to go through all these things to like try to change the pitch on a propeller blade.
Right.
And you're most likely not going to do it because it's type certified aircraft.
To be flown.
Now you get yourself an experimental aircraft. Yeah, I can take it to my heart's content.
Mhm.
Okay. So, that's what we're talking about here. We're the recreationalists. We can futz around with our drones all we want. Nothing's precluding us from doing that. Actually, nothing in the regs today prevents you from modifying your Mavic 2 Pro so that it flies sideways on the alternate axis, right? Nothing prevents that.
But technically, you're right. But
Okay, but
I already went through that process to get the drone to fly the way they want it to fly.
yeah, no, exactly. But nothing in the regs is preventing
Right,
you
I get
from
what you're saying.
changing that. But when you get into
acknowledge
type
that.
certification aircraft, okay, when you're talking about the commercial aspect of it and the autonomy and because of the autonomy, you need a level of reliability, and that's what type certification does, right?
Mhm.
And I think this is a natural progression of things with Amazon, that now they finished this component of the design and build process, and now they're going to go into the actual build process, and they had to solicit vendors that can meet those requirements. Now, the people they're laying off are either going to wind up in other aspects of the Prime Air project,
Doing it
or
for someone else.
what Amazon always does is it's like, hey, here's all our job vacancies that are open right now, and it could be stocking shelves. I don't know. Remember, Amazon's also a company that turns around and says, hey, if you want to leave packing, we'll give you a $10,000 bonus.
Mhm.
Okay, we'll lease you a truck, and now you can be your own last mile delivery service.
Right.
So I'm not worried that those individuals in Amazon wind up on the street, so to speak.
Okay.
Okay. They just might not wind up in the jobs they've
That they want.
necessarily chosen.
Paul's
as
not
a
frozen.
profession.
He's looking at his other screen.
Okay.
Yeah, it's either editing,
I'm sorry, but I'm cooking from
shopping,
the chair, guys.
Well, you're just about time for your shot in the drop.
or
We did a shot and a drop, but if you want to do another one, okay.
here we go now.
Here
Oh,
comes
yeah.
Stevie. Stevie can join us with a shot and a drop.
Here
Yep.
we go now.
No, my daughter's making an apple pie for the first time, so I had to
Look out.
sample a little piece of the apple to make sure.
You had to sample
Nice.
a little piece of the apple to make
It's
sure.
a tough job. Somebody's got to do it.
I'm cooking from the chair. What's up, Stevie?
What's
Happy-
going on, fellas?
Happy Turkey Day.
Happy holidays to all you guys, man.
Hey,
Where's your
Stevie.
shot, man? Where's your shot?
I was going to tell you, Lawrence, you
Where's your
can't.
shot? Oh, see, Stevie's ready. Let's go.
Yeah.
I was
Told
gonna say,
me.
you can't
I got
sample.
the message.
You can't sample apple pie after it comes out the oven.
I know. Yeah.
The
more
filler
stuff.
of apple pie is like what's that?
Delighted to make new friends with anyone. I'm here. Happy. Drone Fox Island. I'm going to your page. I already have you supported, sir. Please support each other.
If you ever get an
Yes.
intruder, you got
If
a
you
hot
don't
apple
have
pie
someone-
coming out the oven, throw it on them.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. That's a little much. Lawrence, if you sample enough, you won't be hungry. Exactly. The cook is never hungry because they're always tasting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have a turkey breast, about a 10-pound turkey breast that I have to dry. I want to put a dry rub on for tomorrow. You know, right now somewhere in the Midwest there's a turkey running around with no breast.
What?
Actually, no, they use the parts for
So insensitive. So insensitive.
Oh man.
All right, listen, we're gonna do this drop in the shot. Stevie's ready.
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
Just did one about 10 minutes ago. All right.
So what? So what?
Do one for me.
Okay. Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by
Those guys.
guys.
Drop in the shot.
So, did you see yesterday the president pardon the turkeys, right?
Yeah.
There'll be more turkeys being pardoned soon, so don't worry.
Line them up.
Yeah, you're right.
salute everyone who's not able to join us, and happy pre-Turkey Day to you guys, just in case. Now, what else you got coming up, Herman?
Well,
on
I
drone
have
days?
well, a little bit of this and a little of that. Nothing special. Just that what's this here? Airspace Link has partnered up with Flagler County. They're gonna, they're the North American provider of what's this? State and local government drone flight authorization and management solutions.
They're a USS.
So they partnered up with this
system supplier,
Flagler County in Florida, to launch the first of its kind digital drone infrastructure in the sky. This will advance autonomous drone solutions to enhance both public safety and business operations.
Okay,
so
well,
this actually basically will allow them to go ahead, the first step to go ahead to deliver food and medical supplies and cargo or whatever with the drone. So
right.
Nice.
This is going on. This is with in Florida, actually, Flagler County in Florida. I don't know exactly where the hell that's at in Florida.
Well,
that's north of Daytona Beach.
Okay.
That area up there. I think Palm Coast is like the big community that's in Flagler.
So like just
for those of you who don't
East
know,
Coast.
Airspace Link is an FAA approved solution provider for
USS, it's known as Unmanned
or land
Systems Solution
altitude
Provider.
authorization and notification capability.
Yep.
Remember you guys
Like Air Map.
Remember you guys were saying about a year and a half ago, oh, we're not gonna use Lance. They're not gonna tell me where to fly. Well,
It's the only way to fly, bro.
You were wrong.
They're doing it just like these.
Well, when it's done, I got to be honest with you, when it's done right, it works really, really well. Where you can fly within, really, I'm being honest, within a matter of seconds.
Yeah.
You can get all authorization, and even as recreational pilots, you can get authorization real quick. It's, and then when you have. Basically, think of what the system is. The system's an air deconfliction grid, and basically monitoring everybody that's up in the sky, where they're flying. Is it approved? Is it not? There'll be spaces where they don't care whether you're flying or not. Okay, but in order to fly in certain areas, you're going to need authorization. I mean, there's plenty of gorgeous spots to fly that unfortunately are within 5 miles of an airport. That doesn't mean you can't get authorization today. A lot of places across the country, you can easily get authorization.
Yeah.
But here in New York City, yeah, it's tough. We got a tin ceiling over us. We got 3 Class B airports sitting right on top of us here. Okay. And then you have Class C's and still you just go a little further north, you got a couple more Class B's.
Come on, Stevie, catch up.
It's basically it's basically a traffic management system, right? We're back to UTM again. It's ways of being compliant with a UTM.
Right.
Well, the thing is, it's going to continuously keep coming up because, like I said once before, most of the things that are coming up now is showing you where we are going in this community.
Yeah.
Drone wise, being able to fly, you're gonna be just like your own mini airport now.
Salute, man.
What's going on, Lawrence?
Salute, Stevie.
Again.
I'm telling them catch up.
All right, let's go.
Wow.
All right, salute.
It's getting hot in here.
Woo.
All right.
But Lawrence said
the programs are there.
I'm not going to have
only one drone is correct. The programs are there, but it just needs to have be better in its application. It'll never be better because people are always updating and they're always tweaking. It's like your cell phone. You think you have the perfect cell phone and you're happy with it and the way it works and everything, and then they come and hit you with a firmware update.
No, with Lawrence, the way it works is you think you have the perfect cell phone until you watch the goddamn YouTube video that tells you all the problems with that cell phone.
Yeah.
Then you have cell phone envy for the next cell phone. Okay.
Oh, you know what's crazy about that? There's a guy on YouTube that does videos, a mechanic. He does these videos on automobiles, and it's like, yo, I just want to hide mine because the guy does it. He'll just tear your car apart.
Hey,
I have-
Mike Miller.
I have a question for the guys in the panel.
Yeah.
Wasn't
What is your favorite app to check the restrictions in your area?
Air map and
Drive
before you
vector.
fly.
I'm leaning towards Before You Fly only because I found out about that app on the FAA site. So if they are promoting this app, I would think it would
Before
be the
You
best.
Fly
Yeah, I would
Before
think
You
it's the best to go
Fly
for.
is an overlay on Air Map.
Mm-hmm. Right. They're both the same. They're both one and the
Air
same.
Map
Did you
Before You
ever-
Fly is built by Air Map, by the way.
Yeah,
Yes,
but did you
yes.
ever see conflict between the two? Because I have.
No.
Very rare,
No.
on very rare occasions.
I've seen the
Okay.
Hudson River red on one,
Mm-hmm.
and it wasn't
That's
red on
correct.
the other.
Well,
And then
again.
they both went clear. Like they both cleared the Hudson for whatever reason.
Yes.
You understand what I'm
Air
saying?
Map.
So
Good too.
What happened,
Air
Herman?
Map is
Cities
Air
are-
Map is actually considered more definitive, Stevie,
really,
in the market. Yeah.
I would think Before You Fly only because if the FAA is recommending it, I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying you're wrong. What I'm saying is, if I go to Before You Fly and it tells me I could fly, it says you're clear, right? It gives me approval. And then I go to Air Map and it says not to fly, right? So I don't fly because I don't want to even take the chance. It's not worth it. at
Stevie,
this
that's
time of
not
day.
that's not the way we do
But-
it in
No, but
in
what
the
I'm
Facebook
saying
groups.
is, but what I'm saying
We
is,
go with whoever tells us we can.
it could be the guy in the corner. You're good.
Hold on.
It's like going
Hold
Dad,
on.
hey
You
Dad, can I
don't
do
worry
this?
about
No.
that.
Hold on. The views and
Mom, Dad
opinions
said
heard
it would
tonight
be
are not
okay if you said
necessarily.
it was okay.
But that guy said it was okay. I took a selfie with him. But anyway,
Air Map is the definitive. I'm just telling you, Air Map is what's underneath Before You Fly. And if you see differences, it's probably the updates haven't gotten to Before You Fly.
Right.
Okay.
Drone Assist
so-
plus Windy. That must be a European app because I'm not familiar with Drone Assist plus Windy.
Yeah, I never heard
Air
of
Maps
Windy.
and Drone. and Drone Assist. Plus.
So
okay.
I'll tell you what we use on the other side of the fence. Drone Deploy
And
is
then
what's
you can
used,
go
and
to
that has everything built into it, and has its
Right,
hooks
that's
into these
weather
USSs that provide the Lance approvals. So
See-
you go through one thing. It's just like this software this digital system that Herman was mentioning. Again, it's a one-stop shop. You go through everything. You go through that one system for everything. That's why it works out very well for public safety. Because remember, when you roll into the scene in emergency mode, somebody's got to be putting in a NOTAM.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
That's even under a COA, you're required to follow a NOTAM. So, you're doing that, you're checking the area, you're making sure everything's okay. You're also going to use these applications to stream your content to the authorized endpoints. Also, you're going to keep your pilot records in there. You're going to keep your maintenance records in there. That's what these systems do. They're complete overlays.
Quick question, just to go squirrel. Hey, Paul, you going live when we go off the air?
No, why?
Because no, I'm just asking because it's almost that time. We were only supposed to be on for an hour, but we might as well keep going and finish the time out.
Yeah, if you want to keep going, keep going.
Well, the reason
Yeah.
I understand how to move forward. I asked the question because I've seen this question pop up a lot on social media, and I feel that people that are watching would like to know how we move forward as so-called veterans. But Before You Fly seems to be the one that everybody goes to because when they go on to register their drones and
They see that, and that's good. That's good.
They download it, but a lot of us were using the other app first.
So what other applications would
What
you?
other apps
I mean,
do you guys use in the chat?
Well,
Let me check my phone to see what I have.
I have. You know what but Stevie, you know what I honestly use? Air Map, Air map for to check the wind speed at ground level.
See, I use
And I use
UAV.
And I use before you fly.
UAV forecast is
Yeah,
good for
I use UAV forecast only for the wind speed and stuff. I don't use it for anything else. I just check if there's wind gusts.
Yeah, because
and
if you go with their flight restrictions, they have stuff from the 1970s.
Yeah.
It's so
outdated.
With their flight restriction out stuff, but they have they correlate. You know what's good about UAV forecast? It's what you call a dashboard presentation, right? It gives you a lot of information in one quick gulp. That's what's good about it.
Honestly, from what I've seen, and truthfully speaking, Sky Vector, if you have internet connection, they've been the most accurate.
Sky Vector's but Sky Vector's you have to. It's a browser-based solution. Right. So you can use it in Chrome or Safari or Firefox but yeah, that's good, but it might be hard on a mobile screen. I don't know how it's presented that well. But look, Sky Vector is nothing more. Look, Sky Vector is nothing more but the sectional maps with no TAMs.
Right, he's saying it's restrictions in your area.
Restrictions.
You'll see that. You'll know that before you find that before you go out to fly.
Yeah, I mean,
that's why I use that.
If you see some of my videos, just mentioned it recently. We use the Google Earth to scope out the location, like to figure out where we're going to park, if we got to hike, etc.
Right.
And then we use before you fly to find out if there's any restrictions. Now that will be like a day or two before. And now on the day, you have to check again because things change, So before we take off, we check before you fly again, just in case some restrictions popped up overnight or within an hour or two of us flying, just to be safe. Now, the only 4 apps I use, and this is for, people that are listening that don't, know which direction to go. I have the UAV forecast that we mentioned, and that's for the wind gusts and stuff like that. I don't use it for any restrictions. Air map is what I used before I got before you fly. Air map was my go-to. I also have, before you fly, obviously, and then I have the flight radar 24. So if something does pop up, I could kind of track it and see how high it is, etc. And, just to know what's going on in the air. The flight radar 24, for people that don't know, you could track helicopters and planes in your area.
You can point it up at the aircraft and get some data back.
That's a lot of work.
You could actually tap on the plane on the map, and it'll tell you their information, basically.
That's a lot of work.
Happy Thanksgiving, John Coopy.
Bro. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone in the chat. Bro. Yes, happy holidays. I hope everybody's safe and healthy.
This Kitty Hawk also. Don't forget that Kitty Hawk is another one that.
Pull up Sky Vector on your computer before you go out to fly, and you'll see everything. It'll even, it'll give you NOTAMs and everything.
It's the most up to date.
So usually the way I prep to fly.
Eddie Nunez, what's good?
It'll let you know if there's
Eddie, what's happening, bro? Eddie just put up a nice
It'll let
video.
you know if there's GPS outages and stuff like that. You can find out this information on there. And that's
turkeys can only fly a few feet off the ground.
That you're not getting on those apps. Those apps are good for, like you said, like when you want to check out wind speed and stuff like that, because I use it for that too. Or to get approval to fly in an area. But other than to check for restrictions, I'll either get an email from somewhere or I go on that and I find any restrictions that
Sky Vector.
Yeah,
Sky Vector. Yes.
Yeah.
So Kitty Hawk is another one.
We should be sharing this with the community because
we should put it in the comments.
You pull it up on the computer.
Let me see. Sky Vector.
Kitty Hawk is another one that you should consider looking at. I keep it on my phone.
Now you can put
Kitty Hawk's another Lance.
Flight planning. This is really cool.
Now you can put in the airport, right? And it'll bring you to that area.
Yes.
So you're going to fly in the area of that airport, which is in New York City. You can pick an airport.
Right.
Just pick one. You're in that area. Pick one. So
this is really cool.
It'll give you all the restrictions that's going on for that day.
Now, when even when you
And
have
how
questions
long
about
and the time.
presidential no-fly zones, you will actually see where the no-fly zone is in Jersey, and it may be temporary in New York as he's passing through the airport.
Right.
Or however you play around with it. It can be
This
your friend.
this reminds me of the Part 107 test.
Actually, you can find out if
Believe it or
somebody.
not,
That's
believe
what
it or not,
I
this
got
is
it from.
on 107. They actually
Well,
suggest
look at what
discovery.
Stevie, look at what it is. It's the FAA's latest vector sectional map.
It's
Yes.
perfect.
For those
It's
of you who don't
absolutely
know what we're
perfect.
talking about, you guys keep talking. I'm going to show the map.
Yeah,
Okay.
throw it up on the
But,
thing.
yeah,
What
that'd be
they're
great.
talking about is this is where I'm going to zoom into where I live, and I'm just going to zoom into the peninsula. But the closest airport right here is JFK International Airport to me.
Right.
Now, if you're studying for the 107 and or want to know these METARs that show up here in this little box, tell you everything that's going on in that area.
and that's what we fly in.
Yes, this is it's
Okay.
a triple bubble.
Right.
Yeah.
Look here.
Right. So if you
Yeah.
zoom in on Midtown Manhattan, you'll see a
Yes.
red circle.
Yes, yes.
When you tap on that red circle, basically it's going to come up with your NOTAM information. And in this case, that's a no-fly zone we're
Yes.
basically pointing at there. Now,
Right.
keep something in mind, please,
I'm gonna
please,
try and zoom.
please,
It won't let me
please,
zoom.
please, please.
Mhm.
This is done in uniform time code.
Surface to 2000.
Zulu time, Greenwich
Yes.
Mean Time. Remember what time zone you're in and do the calculation, do
I
the
don't know if you
conversion.
guys can you guys see what the box says? It says TFR security effective 11/26 13:30, which is 1:30 Zulu time, 11/26 at 17:30. For those of you who don't know how to tell military time, here's a simple way to tell. If you deduct 12, you'll have your answer.
Okay, so that's on the military time sign.
Yes.
Remember,
Now, it says from
UTC,
surface
Zulu,
from
or
surface.
Surface to
GMT
2,000
mean,
feet.
Yes.
for us
yes.
here in New York right now, it's -5.
Yep.
Okay. Keep that in mind when you're doing your calculation. So if you put up your bird during a no-fly, okay, a notice to airmen,
Yeah.
and you wonder why somebody shows up and takes it away from you, it's because you probably didn't use
Excuse me a second. I'm being
calculation.
called back to the kitchen.
Hey,
Give me a
Lawrence,
second, guys.
Lawrence,
Yeah.
what's the red circle? You showed us the orange circle.
That's
What's
the red.
The
No,
red, the red,
no,
the red
that was
circle.
The orange circle
Yeah.
was the one that lit up when you put your pointer on it. You did
No,
not.
that's the okay. So right there, what that is that's Trump Tower.
The red circle.
Yeah, that's the
Midtown.
current no-fly zone because that's still a presidential residence.
Yep.
Okay, because there was two distinct circles. One was
There's
a
two
TFR.
circles there. One's a security
overlaid.
zone and one's the no-fly zone. Yes.
Okay.
They
Yeah.
pretty much overlay each other.
And then what happens is when he comes in to shoot a couple of rounds of golf at Bedminster, the entire neighborhood turns red.
Yep.
Okay.
Tom
all
is
the way
100% correct.
into Nassau County. Okay, so New York City is 310 square miles. Then you got a couple of, I would say, another 150 square miles of New Jersey that gets blocked off.
Yeah.
And so, close to 500 square miles to make sure he gets through the back nine.
Yeah. Just to play out.
Yeah. And then what you'll have is tail-ended on that, you'll have two additional NOTAMs that go up for when Air Force One lands and takes off. So there'll usually be in the neighborhood of 3 NOTAMs
Guys are
registered
still on the map.
when the president comes to town.
You still-
Yeah, show
Okay.
that map.
What
I want to
happened?
see what's going on by the. Is there anything going on by the Empire? No, the Statue of Liberty. Is there anything on there?
Statue of Liberty. We cannot zoom in any further, but you would need a
Statue of Liberty is a security zone.
Right here.
And if
Yeah, right here. It
so,
says Statue of
so
Liberty.
by the way,
Statue of Liberty
you
is
see-
down lower.
if you see,
Because it always
Pictures
comes up
of
red
lady-
on my app.
Okay.
yeah, as it should.
It's a
as it should.
no-fly zone.
Yeah, I never been
400
there.
feet, no
I never
fly
been there.
zone.
Yeah.
400 feet. But Stevie, what's unfortunate is you see shots of Lady Liberty's nose hairs, and then we have other people think that's okay. Okay.
Okay.
So you want to give one of those disclaimers? Go ahead.
Disclaimer.
But, I'm just saying.
Lawrence,
The
we need a
views
disclaimer.
heard tonight are not necessarily the views and opinions of everyone on the panel tonight and or in the chat.
All right. Let's defer from the conversation.
I am nobody's keeper. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm nobody's keeper. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
But fair
right.
is fair. You're gonna play it consistently. All I'm saying is,
Because every time
400 feet around the island,
Yes.
not
Yes.
400 feet from the tip of her crown.
You know those white buoys that you
Okay.
see, Stevie?
Tom,
Yeah.
Stevie, you
Yeah.
know those white buoys that you see
Zoom in.
circling the Statue of Liberty?
Yeah.
You're not supposed to pass those.
Right. Because I've been in the area.
We've
With
been
the
in
jet
the
ski.
area. A lot of people have
I
been
jet
in
ski
the
that area. I
A
haven't
lot of-
shared the videos yet on YouTube, but I have jet skied that area.
A lot of people have been in the area, but a lot of people have been past the buoys, the white
Tom,
buoys.
zoom,
Yeah,
zoom,
got
Tom.
you.
Zoom,
Yeah, 4x zoom could get you up the nose.
zoom, Tom. Zoom.
With that new interchangeable payload on my new Mavic 3, yeah, that would work.
No,
great,
with
bro.
the Mini 2,
Zoom.
4x zoom.
What about-
and
come on,
crop,
man.
crop and Photoshop
the
and a little
zoom lens.
sharpening.
The zoom lens
look
that
at
they
Herman.
used when they remember that gorgeous video I saw online
No,
Listen, Tom.
when they orbited
Tom,
the Empire State
Hold on,
Building.
Tom.
That
Hold on,
was some
Tom.
incredible zoom
No,
lens.
Herman,
That was an
Herman's
incredible zoom
shaking
lens.
of his head is
If you-
priceless.
if you pull right up and hover over the white buoy and zoom in and then move a few more feet in a little bit.
I got a call I got to take, and it's going to take a while, so I'll get
See,
back with you guys
Paul,
later.
Paul wants
All
nothing
right,
to do
Paul.
with this.
Have a
Paul
good
wants
night,
nothing to
Paul.
do with the Statue of Liberty. He
What
don't want it.
Have
He
a
don't want
good
nothing to do with
Thanksgiving, Paul.
You too. Everybody have a great
Take
Happy
care, Paul. Have a
Thanksgiving,
good
Paul.
one,
I'm
man.
joking,
Stay
I'm
safe,
joking.
man.
All
Hey,
right.
John
Be safe.
Donato.
And you zoom in,
Geeks
yeah, you
Mana.
can get it.
You can get it. Mini 2, 4x zoom, and
Oh
Photoshop with
no!
sharpening.
The Air, Stevie. Come on, man. You own the bird. The Mavic Air 2
That's overkill.
with a 48
That's overkill.
megapixel
That's overkill.
image.
That's
right?
overkill. That's like bringing a Phantom over there. Why?
Then you can see every follicle, dude.
Listen, I got
Okay?
GoPro Hero 7 footage of the Statue of Liberty, and I kind of scoped it out, and I was
Yeah.
like, "How can I fly this?" And then I had the phone with me because in the jet ski you got the little waterproof
Teardrop
compartment.
Memorial.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
opened up the compartment, took the phone out. I went on Before You Fly, and even my jet ski was in the red. I was like, hold up, this ain't gonna work. I'm gonna have to go back to Hoboken and figure this out. You know,
U.S. Park Police. That fast boat's going to come around the other way and confiscate that jet ski. Be careful.
oh, they gotta catch me.
You
First.
know, the first time
Yeah.
I went to Valentino Pier, I thought the statue was so far away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
And
we have
Paul,
man.
we've measured it so many times. I think every time we've gone there to fly, we have like within inches the amount of feet you can get.
Isn't Jersey closer? Because I fly a lot.
Yeah,
in
Jersey's
there is
closer.
one side.
Well,
of
the problem
Jersey,
you have,
New
look,
Jersey
Teardrop's
that
a
is
good
closer.
spot, right?
Just
But
like I
the
said, I
problem you
just
have
thought
with
it was
Jersey
so
is
far.
Liberty State Park. You can't
Yes.
fly in Liberty
Yep.
State Park.
Yep. You gotta
You
fly from
will-
Jersey City.
You will be introduced to law enforcement officers if you fly from Liberty State Park. They'll be on you in a heartbeat.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
What
But yeah, I mean, the Teardrop Park,
What won't work, Big Mac?
that's a spot.
I missed something. Okay.
I remember when Ken and Billy were up, we were over by Teardrop, and Billy was flying the marine terminal right there. When the Port
get
Authority
out.
cops came over and said, "Hey, we don't care where you're flying, but just don't fly over there." And Billy's like, "Okay,
Logan
no
Carpenter,
problem.
what's good?
Gotcha."
Okay, over by the ship.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
got
you
some
guys
amazing
support each
shots
other's
right over
channels.
there too.
That map
Yeah.
was just a pile of spaghetti. Welsh Rob, that map
It's a language.
used
Once
to
you
look
learn
like
how
a
to
pile
speak
of
the
spaghetti.
language, it
used to
makes
look
sense.
like a pile of spaghetti to me too.
Once
Yeah.
you understand it, you won't like the app.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I first
Because the
studied
app is just a bunch of colors that don't tell you anything.
when I first studied for the Part 107, it was all Chinese to me, like I was just looking at it like, okay, why are they teaching me this? You know, at the time I was already, you know, in with the drone flying and everything. I felt like it had nothing to do with what I was doing, but it teaches you to respect the game. You know, it teaches you to respect the air and understand what you're doing. So I appreciate it a lot more now than when I first started studying, of course.
You'll like Herman said, you'll like that better than you like the app.
Right, because the
Get
app,
up. You can pull up Sky Vector on your phone. You can pull it up anywhere mobily, just like you can do with the apps. And they actually, if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, I think they have a Sky Vector app. I'm not sure. I always look on my
I
computer.
don't think so.
Let me check if they have a Sky Vector app while you guys talk.
So don't quote me on that.
But what I'm saying is that you got a bunch of blue.
How long
rings
have
and
the
blue
panel
circles
had their
and
107
color
and
circles.
have they noticed many changes in regulations specifically to 107 pilots over the last year or two? To be honest,
No change in anything really.
if you think about it, it hasn't, Tom, hasn't it been like the last 2 to 3 years that they've really been pushing the 107 thing, and it's
Well,
even New York.
I'm in my second renewal, so.
Oh wow, you're an old
As
fogey.
far as
Triple OG.
You're an old fogey.
He's a triple OG.
So
You're an old fogey. No wonder you got an
Wow.
e-bike.
So
Yo, I'm gonna get a refill.
nothing's really changed. I
I'll
mean,
be
you know,
back. I get a refill.
Damn,
it's
Lois is
a
going
pretty
in. Happy holidays.
it's a pretty straightforward.
Be up tonight, man. I might as
You
well.
know, look, it's like anything else. It's a language. You learn how to speak the language, then it's a lot easier to understand, right? There's just little clues. I mean, it's a lot of it's not rocket science. But it does get mystical at times. I mean, you know, freaking, you know, funny things like METARs. Okay, your first experience with a METAR is, why couldn't they just tell me it's freaking cloudy?
Yeah, I like my weather map, Weather Channel app better.
So
just tells me straight up.
Exactly.
This is the wind gust. This is the date, and this is the time.
Meteorological aerodrome.
You know what? It's funny because
Okay.
when I first saw it, I'm like, how the hell can you figure this out? Why
But
would
it's to
you do
get
this?
as much information
And
in
once you
as
start
right.
reading it, you start, oh, this is simple. Why did I think of this?
They want you to respect the game. They want you to respect that what other people did to be up in that airspace that you're in.
Well, yeah, that's part of it. But it's actually
Stevie.
understanding what goes behind what you're doing. Okay,
You have to know and
realize
understand the
this:
verbiage.
you're coming from a
Corey.
2D arena. You jump in your car, you go from point A to point B. You're only traveling across the X and the Y axis.
Right.
Now, when you start to put something in the sky, you just added a third dimension. How do you represent that third dimension? How do you explain to people that a Class B airspace is anything but an upside down wedding cake? How do you get the concept across that it's a 3D space, right? We talked the other day about flying over people. A person has a cylinder above them, okay? An exclusion zone at all times for unmanned aircraft. The same is not true for a manned aircraft. But it's start to understanding that and starting to see everything in a 3D realm instead of just that two-dimensional. How do I get from point A to point B? Well, you're going to travel across the X, the Y, and the Z in order to get there. Okay?
Right.
And realize how that puts you in relationship to everything else that's up there.
Yeah.
You know? So, but here's the thing. We're on the surface, and we're forced to drive on marked roads to get us to certain destinations.
Right. Hey, broke necks.
And we're not thinking about the possibilities as we go forward. You know, we talk about traffic congestion today, but if this were truly the Jetson world we were hoping for, how many different lanes of roads would there be stacked? Okay. So that's why you got to think about the airspace like that. And you got to think about when you start looking at that map, and when you had the map up on the screen and all that spaghetti, those are air routes. Those are nothing but highways. If you look at a Google map, you probably don't think of it as spaghetti anymore because you go, oh, that's a road, that's a street, that's a drive, that's a highway, that's a parkway.
Exactly.
You want to
When
know
you're
that's
looking
true.
at
It's
a
just
sectional
level.
map,
They're just
yes,
levels on top of levels.
that's
Yep.
correct.
Different
And
information.
that map has to be able to represent it in a language that a pilot can
Drone
understand.
Fox in Ireland says there is an app
Okay.
for Sky Vector.
Well, listen,
Yeah, it's up
in
there.
New York, I just put Sky Vector in my search and no Sky Vector pops up. I don't know if I have any kind of restriction.
Hey,
Not
you got
the
an
app.
iPhone? You got an iPhone?
Yeah, I got an iPhone.
Put another quarter in the slot.
Oh, there you go. I gotta pay another 20 cents a freaking month for something to get the freaking app on my phone. But you know, I have it on
iPhones,
my search
now,
here.
Stevie,
Yeah?
you should know iPhones don't work unless you got your credit card in your hand.
There you go. Somebody got to get a little payoff, right?
Yeah,
Like the
of course.
freaking iPhone mob. So I love
I bought the iPhone you never stopped paying for.
Yeah. I love the site. I'm on the site here as we talking, and I'm glad I brought it up because I never used this site. Yeah, I'm saving it.
Yeah, it's not here in the state. It's not here in New York. You're right.
You don't find it either? You got an Android phone?
Yeah, I'm looking
No,
now.
you can't. Well, okay, so a lot of people mistake Skywatch for Sky Vector. No,
Right, that's
Skywatch
not
is
the
an
same.
insurance.
Yeah.
That's an insurance application. Skywatch.io has an app.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't see
Sky
that
Vector
app.
does not.
Well, I mean,
Still in the middle
eventually,
of a massive low pressure tropical storm, 85
eventually
to
they'll get
120 mile per hour winds. Well, dude, that's not a good way to spend Thanksgiving.
Oh, be safe, man.
Yeah, I don't suggest flying.
No.
I don't think you need.
going
I don't.
outside either.
I don't think you need UAV forecast to tell you that one.
Can I do a quick shout out to Sean at Geeks Vana because I just want to say something
Who's
personally.
Who's that?
Personally, I know a lot of us in New York are super busy, and Geeks Vana is where I get most of my news, and he's out, I believe, in London, and I just want to shout him out because
chop liver?
No, I'm saying
I'm just messing with you, Stevie.
You know, like the Hart Island. Remember when the Hart Island that guy got dismissed? That case. I heard it from him first. Like, and I live here. You know what I mean? Like, I'm from the Bronx, and you know, I would think that I would hear it from one of my guys that I fly with.
Stevie, do you think Stevie, they're gonna tell you who live here the real truth?
Hey,
no, it was on the news.
Hey, no, Sean.
It was on
along the same lines as
Sean is listed as real media, so he gets that inside scoop before ananybody gets it.
Well,
right?
I do have to say, Sean, along the same lines as Stevie, I watch Geeks Vana religiously because of Libby, but that's just me. Dude. Oh, that's just me. I'm just saying. Okay.
Yo, Tom,
so you're like Paul then.
You like Paul?
Oh no, I watch him too.
Yeah.
I watch him
no,
too.
but surprisingly,
no.
I'm just saying.
He's good.
I watch him too. But Sean's a good guy, though. I like Sean. Sean's a good guy.
Yeah,
Sean's good people. And you know what I like about Sean is he gets to things pretty quick. He's in the story. He covers all the points. That what I really like is he hits the points I want to know about.
Right. Who the hell is Sean?
Lawrence. One more shot in the drop for sure.
There we go. One more shot in the drop. There we go. Wednesday night is sponsored by Wednesday night with those guys are sponsored by
those
guys. Geeks Vana. Those guys.
Vana.
Sorry.
Yeah, right. Sponsored by Sean.
Okay, Sean. Remember the address to send the payment to. Okay.
But do you ever notice like Sean will drop some news? And then the other YouTubers will start dropping the same news. Like they'll take his story and chop it up and put it out there.
Do you realize? But Stevie, there's a reason for that. It's called Zulu time, Greenwich Mean Time. He is in Greenwich.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, there you go.
But I will admit there were a couple of times on those guys we discussed a few things, and what we discussed was the topic of a few local drone streams also, and I actually felt kind of proud about that.
Well, I like the fact that we spoke about, the restrictions and everything in the area, because I've seen that topic come up in the social media a lot. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of guys on the come up. Look how many drones are being sold now, right? Now you got drones that are more accessible by price, right? You could get the Mavic Mini 2 now, and everybody's buying these things up. But
You
a
see
lot of
what
them are
JSK
lacking.
put,
They
Steve,
lacking the
you-
knowledge. You
You
know,
see
they
what
lacking the
JSK put
knowledge.
to you,
What's that?
Stevie? Sean is media.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
he gets the inside scoop. He gets
It's
it
also
before most.
knowing where to look. He's doing his research. I mean, none of this is
Well, it's
coming
not
easy
that.
to him.
You
That's
can search
completely obvious.
anywhere.
It's he's digging for those stories.
Well,
Oh, yeah,
Tom,
he
you
Well,
dig
can
it.
search
truthfully, honestly,
anywhere outside of the United States
uh-huh.
and find out what's happening in here easier than some
Oh,
people
yeah.
can in their local town. The perfect example, the school right behind.
What are you
my
trying to
house.
say? We're curiosity?
Well, no. What I mean is the school.
Oh, because I
Well,
would agree with you. Yes.
I get most of my
with the
news when I
current
go to the
administration,
supermarket.
But
No,
the
but a
current
lot of
administration
times-
maybe. But
A lot of times,
the
people
perfect
don't put in what
example.
you're looking for.
But what I'm trying to prove is what I mean by that is the school right here behind my house, when my daughter was going to when she was in elementary school, they had locked the school down. And my nephew-in-law, who lives all the way to hell up in Utica, New York, was like, "Yo, what happened? What happened?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He said, "You locked down your daughter's school."
Wow.
And I had no idea. I live around the corner from the school.
Oh, but you're
I had
expecting
to-
the school to notify you. No, that's not how
No,
it works.
no, no.
We're
I'm
in
gonna
New
tell
York
you
City.
how that works.
It damn sure didn't.
I tell you how that works.
What?
You
They
got
didn't
people
contact
with
you?
their ear to the
He
ground
found out
and in
on
the news.
Facebook.
And that's not that big of a story to the news here, but to the guys in Utica, breaking news.
It was.
Guess what they're
because
doing
they
in New
used to
York?
live
Yeah.
here.
Right.
But right. Because
And
they used
the
to live
news here probably already knew that, somebody had a tummy ache or whatever.
Yeah, but Stevie, I went out my house. They had news trucks there and everything.
Damn, before you even found out? Damn.
No, the school sent the child home with a letter, but the child couldn't come home because the school was still locked down.
Wow.
Mhm.
Wow.
So all
Hey,
the
help
school
Drone
buses
Fox
didn't
Island
go
out. He's 5 subs away from 200. Help him out. If you haven't subscribed to him,
I got you.
go take a look at
Drone
his stuff.
Fox.
Oh,
Let
we
me
got
hit him
it.
up.
Drone Fox.
Hit him up.
Drone Fox Island.
Copy and paste his name and open up.
Yeah,
an
you'll find him. You'll find him right away on YouTube.
Sort of low.
Got
People
him.
tend to
I
come
got
up,
him.
come and
There
go.
we go.
Broke
got
necks.
you.
Just stay safe up there. Wherever you are, stay safe, especially for the holidays. We've already seen several tragic accidents here in New York City. This morning, there was a major one. I found out there were a couple of more on the Belt Parkway today while I was driving from Brooklyn.
Jackie Robb, there was a turnover. There's
Yeah.
I don't want to tell you how many a day there are. So
What time?
The one that
1,500. Okay, so
'Cause I came blowing through there this morning sometime around 11-ish or 10-ish, somewhere in between there. I don't know. I didn't check the time.
it was early. No, it was rush hour.
Okay, because I got to Queens this morning a little bit late. And then
Drone Fox. They
I had to
are
get back to Brooklyn for
supporting your
11:45.
Let me see.
So every
where is
day,
he at
just to give you the scale of things,
He needs
every
one
day in
more,
New York
guys.
City.
Come on. We can get one more supporter to Drone Fox.
Yeah, come on,
Island,
you can get in there.
and he'll hit that 200 mark.
And listen, if I watch your video, I watch it all the way to the end. So YouTube gets that whole analytics stuff. So if I'm watching your video, I'm watching the whole thing. I don't watch the first 2 seconds and then cut out and put a freaking thumb and comment. I watch the whole thing. So I want you to get that love in the back end. Because I know when I look at my analytics, I hate when I see that like they watch the first minute and they bail out.
Right. Your average, you have a 5-minute video and your average view time is 1 minute and 30 seconds.
You got like a 5-minute video and the average view time is 30 seconds. They just watch the intro.
Well, Steve, your analytics tell you that they clicked over to the end of the video and put a thumbs up.
they watch the last
It's called
5
scrubbing,
seconds.
dude. Scrubbing, man.
They watch all right, thanks for watching. And they put a thumbs up, a comment.
When they go to the video, catch what you did in the beginning, and then go to the end and catch what you did at the end and comment on those 2 points.
It's a damn shame. It's a damn
Well,
shame.
on some 10-minute videos, they do an orbit or something, and if you fast forward to the end, they're just getting done with that orbit. So,
Hey, Geeks Vana says he got kicked. He lost connection somehow because if you realize, shortly after someone said that he's press, He got kicked.
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh, is
that's a
that what happened?
conspiracy. It's that New York vibe, bro.
Fake
New York.
news.
No. I think it's Yuba-tuba,
It's
as some
Yuba
people
Tuba.
call it.
They'd be
It's
like, nah,
Yuba-tuba. Someone's
he's
pressing
over the
buttons.
pond. He don't get that love. Click.
Well, yeah, yes.
Tom,
I will
this
comment
know
and
is
watch
The
videos
number one
over the
problem.
next few days. Hey, Drone
the num-
Fox Island, just keep coming back. Keep coming. No, that
Yeah,
sounds
just
like
come back. That's
like an
all.
AA thing, but keep
Hang
coming
out.
back to the live
Look,
stream.
for no other reason but to hang out and chat with us. I mean, come
You
on.
don't have to watch my whole video.
Okay.
I was joking.
Where else, hey, Drone Fox Island, where else on YouTube can you find 4 guys from New York City that aren't cursing each other out?
Word.
right here.
Because we're usually cursing other people out.
Yeah, we're too busy. By the time we get on the stream, we're
Daily,
burnt out.
Tom,
We're burnt out
daily.
with cursing people out.
Daily,
We
Tom.
actually need a Manhattan guy.
I'll get an apartment.
There's
in
nobody
Manhattan.
left in Manhattan, dude.
I'll get an apartment in Manhattan for you.
They
guys.
can't fly.
Right.
I was
Some of
born
you
in
guys
Manhattan.
have
Does
subs hidden.
that count? I was
Okay.
born in
But
Manhattan.
now we need a Bronx
Drone
and
Fox.
Staten Island guy.
Yeah, hold on. Can I explain something to Drone Fox Island? Drone Fox Island, when you go to someone's page and you do not see their subscribers, it's for a reason.
Oh, they just
Like
hid
there
it.
are a lot of people that will say, hey, Drone Fox, be my friend. And then when you become my friend, I go to your page and I go through all your subs and say, add me. So to prevent people from leeching off of our subscribers, it's better that way. The only way you're going to get your subscriber count up is to be consistent. Go to live streams. There's a certain person on the panel tonight that may be on Ken Heron. If you don't know the name, look it up. He does the show every Thursday night. Ken, T-R-O-N, Ken Heron.
Everybody
And
knows Ken Heron.
all I can say is just go to Roger's show, Canadian Drone Hub. When you see people on,
Yeah,
interact with them.
Canadian Drone Hub. That's on every single day.
Oh my God, yes.
Roger.
Like clockwork.
Like
From the
clockwork.
time you start
Like clockwork,
breakfast in the
like clockwork.
morning,
Like clockwork. Yes, Canadian Drone Hub is on. Then
every
you
morning.
have us. We come on Wednesday nights
And then-
and Sunday nights, depending on what
take,
part of the world you're in.
every evening. Except for
And you can
Sunday
see Paul
and
has
Wednesday.
14 showings a day.
Yeah.
Okay. Except on
That's
weekends
true.
where he's on 17 times a day.
So yeah, Tom, this next one here is right up your alley because Workhorse Group submitted a formal application to the FAA for type certification
Type certification, baby.
of their
Used to that.
horse glide delivery drone. Workhorse Group Inc. is focused on bringing to you the last mile delivery source for and with the use of a drone. So now basically what I'm seeing here from this article with them is that they are seeking type certification for airworthiness from the FAA for their horsefly. Sounds so funny if you want to deliver food.
It does, but go ahead and keep.
Could be delivering food.
I have a picture of the
Horsefly UAS.
I can't bring the picture up any bigger.
Now,
But this is a picture of it. I'll be
according
right.
to this, it says it takes approximately 12 to 24 months for application and approval from the FAA for type certification.
That's horsefly.
But this drone is supposedly built and designed to meet this standard of the commercial drone operations for the FAA. So they're, like I said, they've submitted a formal application for type certification approval for this for a delivery drone.
Now,
You're muted, Tom. Then they're using that
Now-
same winch system.
right, but remember the name Workhorse, because we mention a lot of names and companies here every Wednesday and
Well, Workhorse Group
and
is the,
you may not know them now, but you'll be like, wait a minute, I've heard that name somewhere, and it'll ring a bell. Trust me. There are so many companies out there that are trying to launch drone delivery. Amazon Air, remember that?
Prime Air.
Well, type certification is a standard process you go through in manned aviation if you're in the manufacturing sector. Okay.
I have a
And this
news
is a
alert.
normal progression of things. This is what has to happen in order for these aircraft to be able to fly in a semi-autonomous or almost an autonomous situation. Right. It's the only way it's going to happen.
Right. This is able to operate.
I just got.
And they did a delivery of a 10-pound package that was delivered 10 miles away. Lawrence,
I'm sorry. I just got, you know how Windows pops up little news alerts in the lower right-hand corner when you don't want them to?
Okay.
I just got a news alert that I'm not going to go political because it is political, but I just got a news flash.
Okay, so then don't talk about it.
Of the president administration and something that was going on, and I am literally speechless. I'm literally speechless. I'm going to click on the link and send you guys in the chat.
Lawrence has a video of that operation that shows how they're going to do it. If you remember the, now this was interesting because if you guys remember the,
I have the video, Herman.
The UPS,
I have the test run. Keep going.
You guys remember the UPS truck with the hatchback with the flip top that used to shoot the drone out? You know, still.
Yeah. What about the Google blimp? That was the mothership, and the swarm would come out.
You know, still, like I said, I want to see how this is going to work because, like, still in accordance to 107, that you know, that this is not possible if it's a moving vehicle.
Right. The vehicle has to be stationary, and as you see, this one will launch out of the roof of the truck. We do have another video showing, but this is their test. This is actually one of their many.
So they were going to go right up into the
many tests that they did
into the truss that they're hanging from the ceiling.
Now, my problem is I did not see in any of these videos that we're going to show you tonight, I did not see any of these drones return to the truck. Okay, so that I have questions about that. Being a technical kind of guy, it looks pretty taken off, but that return to home has got to be a mother that they didn't show it. Not to say that they don't have it perfected, because as you see in the video here, this is just a test run.
Whoa.
In the next video, when Herman gets further into the story, I will actually show the same truck or a similar truck and the same drone doing an actual delivery in real time.
Well, you can show the video. I mean, I just presented the story to you that telling you that this is what they're planning to do. And they've actually only just submitted a formal application, you know, to the FAA. They haven't gotten certification for this yet, type certification on this yet. So
yeah, it's going to be almost a year and a half to 2 years.
Exactly. Well, the same thing was with Lance, Tom. If you remember, when they started talking about Lance, it was actually about 2.5 years ago. 2.5 years.
Yeah, but there's nothing new about type certification.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Nothing new about it. Low altitude authorization. Yeah, that's new.
They're not a return to home.
They're following the same standards.
This is a great idea.
And Lawrence, they're not a return to home service. They're a delivery service.
I'm sorry to stop sharing and then go back, but I want to point out something. And
hit the mute button.
You guys will also realize this as well. The altitude of this drone is great for suburban America.
Hit the mute button.
But
see that little thing on the bottom there? Looks like a little speaker thingy. Yeah, hit that.
Yeah. But my point is, where I live, this would never work.
Why?
It
wouldn't come down that low.
In suburban, that's true.
If it was delivering a package on your block, Lawrence, it wouldn't come down that low.
This is for everybody else. We think of ourselves, we think of ourselves as a sentient
the only
universe.
people, yeah.
Okay, exactly. Right. We are not. We're the ones that are unique.
This will actually work in your neighborhood, Lawrence.
You're right, Fly Guy Merrill. It'll never fly in the city. This is supposed to be for the average guy that lives in suburbia.
Your neighborhood, Lawrence.
Like this is, where we are out in Henderson, Nevada, not where I am right now. Wish I was out there right now. This is perfect. That's our layout, basically. You know, drop it on my front lawn. At some point in time, just like you have a mail slot,
it will get to that point.
You're going to have a landing zone in your driveway or
I
on your
can go
roof
over-
or on your lawn.
Or a main hub that you could go to and your package
No,
will
no,
arrive.
this is last mile delivery.
last mile.
That hub
What's
is
up,
going to be
drone
4
worship?
or 5 blocks away from you,
Last
putting up
mile.
multiple aircraft at once, delivering in a hub and spoke fashion. So the truck will wind up here, and then they'll come out and they'll fly all over the place.
Well,
And that
that's
truck
what-
will be a lot more efficient, because what will probably happen is they take off out of the top of the truck. He now drives to the next hub location.
Hey,
They deliver and they come back to that location where
Tom, we actually did a story on that with UPS that actually had autonomous drones.
where it
that-
showed on in the big
right.
on the hill in the,
The drones
farm
would-
where
Well,
Yeah.
in this one video, the drones would take off. One drone would take off and go make a delivery while the truck drove locally in the neighborhood. And then the drone would come back to the truck and land. What company was that, Herman, if you remember off the top of your head? Matternet? Matternet. I'm
No,
asking.
Matternet
I'm
leads
asking
from a
because I'm looking for the
from
video.
a stationary platform.
UPS.
they'll all be
Yes.
from a
Matternet.
stationary
I
platform.
found it.
It's not going to be driving down the road and they take off, because the problem you
no,
have
No,
with
you
that is
cannot.
Matternet
You have
is
wind
from
speed.
one location to the next. It's not a mobile unit. Matternet.
it
Right,
could
but I
easily
searched
be,
for
because I can do that
UPS.
right now with my consumer level drone, where I take off over here, ride my bike a mile away, and have the drone land back at me because I just changed my setting to controller, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's not an obstacle for this. I think that's a plus, because they'll just keep leapfrogging, okay,
I found the
through their
video.
delivery points.
No, I
I-
understand that. I'm just saying when Lawrence was asking me about Matternet, and I was saying that Matternet doesn't function like this from a truck.
Right.
It's a
I have
different
the wrong
setup.
company. I actually have the wrong company, but I did find the UPS video where they plan on using a drone from a truck.
Yeah,
Where-
UPS had the same system.
Right. Where
Yeah,
basically
yeah.
he pulls over and now the system is self-loading. This particular system is self-loading and well, she's loading this one.
But see, here's the thing: UPS didn't get type certification for this.
Right. They did not. Repeat. They did.
Yet.
But supposedly the drone is supposed to launch from
Now this
here.
is the same thing.
The same concept as that truck.
Same concept.
As
Pretty much the
It's
same.
the same
type of
drone.
Yeah.
Same drone.
Yeah.
it's the same drone. Now that you think about it,
It's probably
and
the
you look
same
at it,
company that's doing this.
right now moving ahead, I'm trying to get ahead while she's delivering, while she's going on to other stops. This drone, it right here, is actually going to another destination, and eventually, while the truck is still in the neighborhood, it will intercept with the truck. Once the truck,
I'd like
I
to know
must
who's
repeat,
watching it.
once the truck is at a full stop, then it can be done. But this was their
So-
dream. And like Herman said, they did not get type certification, which means fail.
No, it does not
now.
mean that.
For now. For now.
No, it does not mean that. It doesn't mean they haven't. They have not necessarily applied for it. Okay. Remember, type certification is brand new. So they have to apply for
Yeah,
type certification.
That's true.
Now, if they're going with as-built components that are already being type certified elsewhere, that's a quicker route to follow.
Oh, Drone
also.
Worship says Matternet is also doing drone COVID vaccine
COVID drops, yeah.
drop-offs in Germany. Yeah, okay.
Right.
I knew they were delivering somewhere, but I didn't believe it was in the States. But now that you confirm that it's
So-
overseas.
Cool.
So
Matt-
realize
Matternet's
what
all
this
over the
is.
place.
The most expensive, if you think about Amazon as an example, right? The most expensive end of their logistics chain is last mile delivery. That is what costs them the most. Now, you have a system like this. This system is touted to only cost pennies for the last
Mhm.
mile delivery. Okay? Because what are you really expending? Some lithium charge cycles? Okay? You barely depleting a battery for a 1 mile delivery. Okay? And so it's going to cost them pennies. And I'm not saying pennies on the dollar. I'm talking
Right.
about only a few cents to deliver a package for the last mile if you use a hub and spoke solution. And that's exactly what they're doing. Bring the mothership here, Even though that Google, concept of the dirigible up in the sky and all the swarm came out delivering packages, the concept is still true. It's a hub, and then you spoke off of that and make your deliveries. Your hub is the most expensive thing to operate, and because it doesn't have to travel to all those endpoints, look at what you're saving. So big. I mean, it's a big pocket boost. It's a big revenue boost for these companies.
Well, they can quit being lazy and use those 2 wonderful feet they have, but they will
Dude,
not.
my guy doesn't even ring the bell, and he knows I'm sitting here. Okay.
Be a time, Dan. There used to be a time we went into hobby shops and comic book shops and collected these things, but because of eBay and the internet, I don't have to go to that hobby shop to get that drone part I need anymore, do I? And therein lies the problem. We're all lazy fucks.
Well, you know what happened too with with the drone parts and stuff like that. A lot of that stuff, some of these places out here don't even want to deal with it.
Yeah. Look. It's supply and demand. Okay, it's economics. Drones make sense. Okay, we've been saying it how long? Drones make sense. Tell me, look at the level of investment here that's going on right now. Okay, we're not the only ones that think it makes sense.
Oh no!
And that should be a market. Eddie, where are you, man? Let's figure out some good investments.
I see a lot of things going on. Black Friday sales out there, guys. Check out those TVs. Well, and then I'm almost positive that Amazon is going to have some point of hacker entry to your house with another Alexa device or something for you to jump on.
Dude, you let her in already. Come on.
I have them everywhere.
Siri, I just had an argument with Siri.
I'm just saying another point of entry.
I have another Alexa. I just purchased another one for the garage.
Add another point of entry.
I have one in the garage because we have workout equipment in the garage. So they got us on lock.
So I just had a fight with Siri yesterday. In fact, I asked Siri to call a number for me, and Siri said, "I don't see that contact." I open up the thing, the contact's right there, and I go, Siri, you're nothing but a disappointment. And you know what she responded with? Look, I'm calling her she. You know what it responded with? It responded, Tom, deep down inside, I'm LOLing. Okay? That is the response I got back.
That's
Siri.
some sick programmers.
When I said,
no.
I remember in the early days, you would ask Siri, where do I get rid of a body? And Siri would say funeral home, crematorium, East River, or Staten Island. Okay. And they had to change that because somebody in Staten Island complained. Okay.
The garbage.
But at least it was
somebody there already.
Yeah, but one time I told my wife, I was whispering to her. She's like, "Why are you whispering?" I was like, "Because Alexa and Siri and all that stuff."
Yeah.
And she started laughing. And then Alexa laughed and Siri started laughing.
So that tells you right there. That tells you that lets you know right there.
But
listen, guys, it's almost that time, and I'm down to do another shot and a drop. But
oh my God,
it's pre-Thanksgiving evening.
Yeah, and Lawrence just wants to do shots and drops and
no, I'm trying
shots in between.
I'm starting to get hot here, man. I need to take this shit off
because of the shots.
You're gonna be in a tank top.
I got a wife beater under it.
Herman,
you want to see me in a wife beater?
Herman, you're gonna end the live stream with Lawrence and a wife beater. That's what you know. You had a lot of shots.
Lawrence said we're not gonna do a bunch of shots and drop. I'm like, okay, we can do one or two.
That ain't what he told me on Facebook. He said we're gonna have a lot of shots.
Thanks, Stevie.
I was like, I'll be there. I bought a bottle on the way home.
Thanks a lot, Stevie. Let's see when you come to Rockaway.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to bring a bottle there too. Shoot, we have to wait till after we fly. We're gonna park 107.
No,
you know what's funny about that? When we went to Atlantic City, Lawrence and I we started, hanging out, and Lawrence was like, "Can't fly now."
Yeah, no, at least I know. At least I knew. Look, listen. We can't fly right now. Right now, we need to sit and chill and watch TV and go get something to eat.
The flying is over.
Minimum 8 hours. Okay. Throttle to
Listen,
throttle,
Tom,
baby.
we didn't fly till the next day. All right.
Okay.
Because you know what it was? We got
8
to
hours
Atlantic City.
bottle to throttle, but that was in my
can't-
younger days. Now it takes me a lot longer to recover.
Guys, it's been fun midnight here. Welsh Rob, thank you. And we
Okay, thanks for
appreciate
coming
you.
in.
Be safe, stay safe. And I'm sorry. Stay safe out there, guys. We need to get the hell out of here.
Well, anyway, Wednesday night with those guys. Remember, Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by
Those
guys.
And we appreciate you all for the shot and the drop.
And I'd like to thank everyone for
Happy
coming
Thanksgiving, everyone.
guys on the panel, for hanging out on this Thanksgiving Eve, as Lawrence calls it. And I hope everybody,
Time to fly.
Sure.
Thank you.
for the family and friends that we can have around us tomorrow, with all of what's going on. Hope everyone has a good one and enjoy.
Don't forget to check out Ken Herron. Someone from the panel tonight might be on there tomorrow night.
You guys in the chat, I'd like to thank you for coming and hanging out with us, because without you, none of this would be possible. I'd like to wish you all happy Thanksgiving. Stay safe and enjoy your families, your immediate family that you can be with, and be thankful for that we, have this time that we can break bread and be thankful for what we have. So, if anybody else on the panel, remember, we'll be back again on Sunday, right? Yeah.
Yes, Sunday night on my
Sunday night
channel.
with those guys on Novice Quads at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard. And don't forget to check out Tom's his what is it, on YouTube channel and
Lens Capture Online.
Yeah, Lens Capture, and then Capture Life. Don't forget to catch those
Capture
guys.
Life Connection. Watch Stevie's
put a
stuff.
link in the chat. But once again,
and Time to Fly, I'll finish editing that video within the next day or two. Hopefully I'll get a lot of color editing done tomorrow morning and be able to release the video either this weekend or definitely by Monday morning.
And Eddie Nunez just put up an Atlantic City video, part 1, I believe.
Yes,
so
I didn't know that was Al Diaz. He actually grew up not too far from where I grew up, because when I was born in Manhattan, they took me right away to the Bronx as a baby, and I grew up in the Bronx. So he grew up he lived not too far from where I live. So I'll be talking to him. I got him on Facebook. I'll chat with him.
All right, that's what's up.
Right. So once again, guys in the chat, everyone have a happy Thanksgiving. Anybody got anything to say? Anything else?
Everybody, just give thanks for everybody that's around you.
Yeah. Stay safe and eat as much as you can, and put on a damn mask so we can get this shit over with.
And don't take anything for granted.
Yeah.
No, hey, and without love, what do we got, man? Right?
No.
So, think twice before you get angry. It's too many things to get angry about.
Without love, what do we have? But I didn't fall for it.
I was wondering whether you're gonna.
It was hard,
Tom. Or not.
Tom, it was really
Happy
hard.
Thanksgiving, everyone, and I'll see you next time from Phantom Flight 101 with those guys. Happy Thanksgiving.
Peace out.